Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet. Lakers brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Chris McGee alongside Danny Green, who was kind of doing a worthy clap right there.
I was looking for it.
And big James Worthy.
He's the original, right?
There it is, the game. Roll those shoulders back.
Roll them in there.
Yeah.
Because you know I like to see him.
That's a big win, man.
That was a great win. By the way, Danny remains undefeated. The Lakers snap the 7-game losing streak in the city of brotherly love. They finally win in Philly for the first time since B.I. hit that game winner in 2017. Listen, it was a great effort, a great defensive game for the Lakers. They really buckled down after that first quarter. They've now won 15 of 19 games. They go 2-1 on that East Coast road trip, and just one game removed from snapping the 10-point scoring streak by the King, LeBron James.
What's up, a 30
he
ball?
goes off, scores 29, and he was so good in the fourth quarter. We'll talk about it in a minute. But he turns back the clock, and in his 23rd season, big game, he has his moment. But and look at this: the 29 points, 12 of 17, 4 of 6.
Yeah, that fourth quarter, man.
In the fourth quarter, Danny, look at those numbers and take us through them.
Yep, 5 for 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. You know, he started with Luka leading the charge and getting him playing that Draymond roll package. He's playing quarterback, getting Deandre in a lob, then get a layup. Joel Embiid's kind of in the middle. And once he got that rhythm going, hitting a little turnaround fade, hitting a 3. One of them, they counted as 2. He stepped on the line. Then the second one, after he hit that second one, you knew he was hot. He was in great rhythm. And then once he felt that coming, he said, give me the ball. I know what to do at this time of the game. Close him out. Give him every one of the celebrations you could think of out there. Put the crown on him, silence the crowd, everything you could think of. And then, see Bronny Jr., a little handshake. It's a great moment for him to end that losing streak in Philly.
It really is. I mean, we're witnessing some amazing history. And this is the beauty of LeBron's season this year. He can do what he wants to do. He's going to start. He sees all that young talent out there. He'll let it flourish. But when you need Big Brother to step in and take care of business, that's what he did tonight.
That's what he did.
He can do it with scoring. He can do it with assists, as he did with the big game to Rui. And I think he's just observing things. And he hasn't had a season like this where he's had to chill and sit back. Not that he's chilling out, but it's Luka and Reaves. And when you need him to come up big, he's going to be able to do this. So it's just a beautiful performance tonight. He led by example and right when we needed him.
As much as the group needed this performance, I think he needed it as well.
It's a really good point.
To remind himself, not only to build the confidence, but remind himself that he still has it. Because, at this part in his career, at this age, he's not going to be able to do the explosive stuff as much. He's going to have to rely on picking his spots in the shooting and knocking down a 3 here and there in the mid-range. So to see a couple go in, I know in Toronto was tough. He didn't have a good rhythm. To see a couple go in, he'll be more confident in taking those 3s now off that pick and roll with Luka. So this was a huge night for the group. I said winning this game, but also for LeBron James, which I think even though he looks great, I don't see him playing multiple seasons after this one. This might be the last one, but to see him have this night will help him push through the regular season, the rest of the season, pretty handedly.
Well, it was great to see. He did not play in Boston, was a little banged up, so he had the extra rest. And he said it himself. I thought Mike Trudell asked some great questions about Luka flying back and hadn't been with the team in 4 days and hadn't had a chance to train. Austin having one of those rare off nights. The lid was on the basket. And LeBron felt great earlier today. And you could tell in the movement, James, in that first quarter, those quick 10 points. But what I want to talk about is those 4 possessions when the Lakers were up 2. AR missed a couple. Luka missed a 3. Luka threw 1 away. And Michael Thompson kept saying on the broadcast, get the ball to LeBron. He comes up with that huge 3, and that's when you saw the crown. And the mesh, the sounds, which he hadn't done yet.
Hit some big shots. Hit some big 3s when the Lakers needed to separate themselves. When Philadelphia was like 2 points down, maybe 3 points down, he hit some big 3s, and that's what the best do. Take a look at it right here, Deandre. That was one of them.
Good call by Michael Thompson, man. I mean, but anybody watching the game.
Damn, that started with maybe a LeBron screen.
For sure, yeah. He definitely was screening and rolling and doing that lob. And so just playing that 2-man game, him playing in that Draymond role got him in a rhythm. But again, any fan watching the game, it wouldn't take rocket science. AR is struggling right now. Luka is kind of out of rhythm. Luka came off the bench. LeBron had a rhythm. He had it going. He's the veteran, you know. I don't know if you've seen some old classic movies, Major League maybe.
Yeah.
You know, you bring in if the old guy's got it going, he's going to find a way to get you there. So get the guy the ball, and he'll figure it out. Whether it's either scoring or pass, he's going to make the right play because he's in great rhythm.
The young guy was pretty good too, Luka Doncic.
He's always good.
He's there for the birth of his child. He's away from the team. Congratulate him. So nice of him to be able to be there. And then he comes back, and he gets his 49th 30-point triple-double, breaking the tie with Russ and Jokic to move into second all-time behind the Big O with 30-point triple-doubles. Big game, 31, 15, and 11, and hit the huge free throws at the end of that game to ice it.
Yeah, 11 of 14 from the free throw line. I don't think he shot the ball that great, but he still was taking the shots that meant something for the team. So, Guido, he also, on the rebound department, had 10 and 11 assists. So, I didn't really think it was the dominating game that Luka can have, but still was able to be efficient at the times that we needed it.
And the 15 rebounds.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was huge. Because, again, the first quarter, we talked about the second chance points where Philly was killing them on offensive rebounds and kickouts. And even at the end of that fourth quarter, they got 3 opportunities to get a 3. Tyrese Maxey hits in the corner.
Miracle in the corner.
So the game, to me, I thought was them making free throws and rebounds. And Luka rebounded the ball. Obviously, he didn't shoot it well, but still a 30-point triple-double. I call it a 50 ball. He's let me down a little bit, but it's still a 30-point triple-double.
Still got your triple-double 30.
I'll take the triple-double 30-pointer for sure.
Man, that was a great team win.
Yeah.
They're now 17-6. They won 15
on the road.
They're 2-1 on that East Coast road trip, which was not an easy Toronto, Boston, Philly.
Not at all.
All right, time to hear from Coach J.J. Redick, brought to you by your Toyota dealers.
JJ, on a night where maybe Reaves didn't have his full legs after his load earlier this week, and Luka had what he had going on, to see LeBron like that in the fourth quarter, what did that mean?
Well, I really thought his play throughout the game gave us such a lift. One of the things that he did extremely well tonight was screen, and using his gravity to create an advantage either for the handler or getting behind, roller behind, and then playing out of that. So, you know, he certainly scored the basketball, made some huge shots down the stretch, but really on a night when Austin didn't have it, and Luka clearly, you know, with all the travel he's had this week, wasn't at necessarily his best scoring the basketball, still did a lot of great stuff for us and ended up with a triple-double. You know, LeBron was like our connector tonight. The second action stuff was huge.
All around defensively, scheme and everything else, was that one of your better defensive efforts, you feel like, of late?
Yeah, I felt like we did a decent job of executing schemes outside of some fouls with Embiid, and not the ISO fouls. We did a fairly good job there. There was the Adu closeout twice with Jackson on the greens where we just got our hands in there, and that's just something that we had emphasized. But the ISO stuff we did well. And then the 2 times in the first half where we didn't execute our pick and roll coverage with Maxey, he hits 2 threes. The other one was off like a scramble situation. So to then, you know, we give up 60 points in the first half, and then to come back in the second half and defend the way we did was awesome. And I thought DA in particular led on that end of the floor for us. I mean, we just talked about it in the locker room. He did a ton of stuff. You know, he was in drop, being disruptive. He was getting loose balls. He was blocking shots. He was switching on to Maxey. Just whatever we needed him to do on that end of the floor in the second half, he was great.
JJ, is this sort of an example of the luxury that you guys have offensively when it comes to just sort of individual greatness? That, like, to your point earlier, it's just sort of like, it's okay. If it's not Austin's night, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not Luka's night.
Yeah, and I think the growth that we've had and we can still get better with is we want you to play your game. We want you to recognize that. But some nights, you know, we played through LeBron a lot in the second half tonight. Down the stretch, we played through him. And so the unselfishness to just, hey, the ball swings to me and I got to close out, or the ball swings to me and I can shoot it, great, but there's no need to force it. I thought AR did a good job of touching the paint tonight, and just some shots, those, non-paint twos that he's really good at and has shot really well. They just didn't get in the rim tonight.
Doesn't necessarily care about your resume when you play a new game. Is it a night like this, do you feel like it's good for LeBron at this stage of his career and good for the group, kind of the reestablish and see again?
I don't think LeBron needs confidence, but but it's a fair question because I do think it's important to be reminded every now and then of what you're capable of, and for him to have the injuries and then to sort of start the season playing catch-up in a way, and start the season playing catch-up with a team that is also in a really good rhythm. And that's, as a player, I don't care how good you are, that's tough to figure out. So tonight was super important, Dave.
To finish this road trip, now 2-1 on this trip, like, what impressed you the most about the way you guys played and you guys bounced back in this game to finish on a high note?
Yeah, I mean, the concern coming into this game was our defense and whether or not we could defend these guys and get enough stops, and we did that, so that was great. I would say, again, we're now 23 games into the season, and I felt like in most of those games, there have been moments where we could break. And we talk about bending but not breaking all the time. And that was another example tonight where we're down in the first half. We're down by 10, right, with under a minute to go in the second quarter. The way that group came out to start the third, and then the way the group played when it was just AR and Bron, the ball movement, the passing, all of that stuff, there's a lot that we can build on with that.
Quick note, by the way, LeBron James moves into second place all-time. Just another climb up the ladder, Big Game James. All-time wins in the regular season. He passes Robert Parrish, he now has 1,015. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has 1,074 regular season wins. Your guy. That's a lot of good teams.
With less seasons, right?
That's a lot of good teams.
Bron's going to break all those records. I think he's going to have every record in the NBA when he retires.
It's that is a wild number. By the way, I'm glad JJ brought up that third quarter. The way the Lakers came out.
For sure.
Down 7, ended up being up 3. That's a 10-point turnaround. It was pretty awesome. All right, let's get you the highlights so you can see it for yourselves. The first time I've ever meshed those two celebrations. LeBron James with Mike Trudell in the media.
How'd you feel physically after missing a game? And I guess how quickly did you feel like tonight was a good night for you rhythm-wise?
Felt pretty good. With the couple days that we had, a couple days I had off, not playing in Boston Friday and then yesterday. So I had 2.5 days to kind of, work through the injuries that I have. I'm still not 100%, but I felt a lot better tonight than I did coming out of the Toronto game.
You talked, I think you posted something after the Toronto game, just sort of about like appreciating moments and stuff like that. What was it like, kind of the interaction with the fans tonight as you were getting hot? And I don't know, did any interaction stand out?
I mean, one thing you know about Philly fans, they don't care about anybody besides their home teams, and I respect that and I love that. And I've played here obviously for 23 years. A lot more when I was in the Eastern Conference, but to be able to have an appreciation for the city of brotherly love, and for me to go out and still play the game that I love, and respect it, whatever the case may be, if they do. It's pretty cool.
You have a connection to their star and young and upcoming star and Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
Summertime ball. What's it like to see that development play out in real time while also being able to kind of stay at the same pace?
It's the best. It's the best. Same pace, no. I will guarantee his pace is a lot faster than my pace these days. But I love the success and the humbleness that Tyrese does it at. It starts with his family, and he's just taking full advantage of the opportunity, here, and he's make the most of it. And every summer we get together and train, get ready for the season. Obviously, it wasn't as extended this summer than previous summers because of the injury I was dealing with, but we did get an opportunity to get on the floor a few times. So, obviously, I love his game, but I love him, the person, more than even his game, and that's tough to do. As great as he is on the court.
After the Phoenix game, I asked you about being more on the ball, and you said, "Hey, things have been working well for us, and that's not necessarily going to happen all the time." what are the triggers or the kind of the things that you see within the game that kind of indicate that maybe this is going to be the night where we do more?
Just play the game how it unfolds. I feel like, AR has some really good looks tonight, but, he wasn't, in the rhythm that he's been in all season. I understood that, traveling from a different country back here with a newborn, could be very taxing on you, not only mentally and physically. Shout out to him and his family for the newborn. That's amazing. So I felt like the opportunity kind of presented itself in a way that if I felt like my two heavy hitters, kind of didn't have it or, needed a little kick, then try to punch in from there.
Big game. Check this out. I know I mentioned it a little bit before, but Kareem with 1,074 regular season wins, LeBron with 1,015, and Robert Parrish now in third. It's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games to get to second place, surpassing the Chief. Centers, they stand tall and they go up and down one line.
Yeah.
That's why they're able to do it. Guys like LeBron, though, Danny.
Yeah. I don't know if he gets this, though. He has to play a whole nother season because
it's a lot of games.
You got to win 60 more games to get this one. That means he has to play next season.
Let's get him through this one first,
Yeah,
Danny,
let's get him through this one first.
It's been quite a weekend for Luka Doncic. He flew around the globe to welcome his daughter to the world and now returned to the lineup. Reaves, 39 minutes tonight, 11 points. He's with Mike Trudell.
Austin, you've played more games with LeBron than any of your other teammates at this point, and could you feel kind of it building to the point where he was able to take over in the fourth, and what was it like on the court, kind of seeing him draw back to that after it's been a lot of you, it's been a lot of Luka so far this year.
Oh, it was awesome. Thank God for him because I was really good tonight. He was great. Luka was great. It's a great team win against a good team. If I could have played just a little better, we would have maybe won by a little more. But hey, a good trip, 2-1. Like I said, it's a good team, and he's done that so many times too. So once you see that, once you see him get a couple threes to fall, I think I got a rebound, and I was like, please take the ball. Like this is definitely your time. Go get us a win.
Well, you're your own biggest critic, maybe outside of your brother. Which one?
Is he talking shit right now? Or
no, for real. Like you're your own biggest critic.
Oh yeah.
But
sure.
Yeah. So obviously you didn't shoot the ball well. But did you have legs? Like you had a big usage load in that back-to-back, Toronto and Boston. Did you feel that a little bit in the legs today?
Honestly, I mean, yeah, I'm tired, but I'll be tired a lot, so I don't think I can blame that. Honestly, a lot of the shots felt good. I got to my spots, just they didn't go in.
Is that one of the things with this team? I mean, like, you can have a night like this. Luka can turn the ball over the way he turned the ball over despite the triple-double, and, like, you guys get a road. Did he? 5. Only 5.
It's not bad. Yeah, I mean, he has the ball so much.
He missed some shots that he would normally make, too, considering he just fullback. Just, I guess, the depth that you guys have at the top of your offense.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the beautiful thing about our team is, and it's not even just us three. I mean, DA was a monster tonight, 7 for 7 from the field. Dude, Rui made big shots. Gabe made a couple big shots. We have a lot of guys that, if you get good looks, they can knock them down. But then you obviously have Luka, Bron, and sometimes myself that can make a little tougher shots. And when you have an offense that can generate a lot of points, then I can play really bad. Not really bad. I'll be a little easier on myself. I didn't play great, and we could still get a win.
Yeah, it's a great point. I mean, listen, you can have a game like this. Austin Reaves, and by the way, he was a +1 and he played his butt off, but just one of those nights where you couldn't get the ball in the basket. He was 3 for 16 and so many around the basket he couldn't make, layups and little short jumpers that were just used to him. Used to those shots falling, only got to the line 5 times, but still, James, to get the win, still want him out there.
Yeah, despite his performance not the best that he expected, that's the beauty of having a unit, because it really doesn't matter. Like, you just plug in pieces, and I think it works. Tonight it was LeBron. Luka was there, of course. And that's just the way JJ has sold them on how to play the game. the defense held up and really didn't, pay that much attention to Austin's performance because the defense was pretty good. So, yeah, you're going to have those off nights. Next man up, and that's happened tonight. Ayton, another guy was involved.
Got to give a lot of credit to Philly's defense. They did a great job. Obviously, he didn't have a night that he normally has, and he didn't want to give in to that excuse that he's tired, but you could tell he's fatigued. But Philly did a great job of not fouling him, because usually he'll find ways to get to the free throw line. He shot, I think, less than half his free throws is normal, and that kind of kept him out of rhythm. He didn't get that rhythm. Again, playing back-to-back nights without Luka in tough places, you're going to naturally be fatigued, but mentally he didn't want to allow himself to feel that or tell the media that. So, that shows some good character quality. Yeah. He's going to get back to the drawing board. He's a hard critic of himself. As you can see, he was kind of playfully talking with Mikey there. But, yeah, he'll get back and he'll bounce back and hopefully get a day or two's rest to get his legs back under him.
All right, we're still waiting to hear from Luka. He scored 31 in his return to the lineup. Next up for the Lakers, NBA Cup quarterfinals Wednesday at 7 against the Spurs. From there, the schedule is TBA for a few days based on what happens Wednesday. And if the Lakers advance to Las Vegas for the semis of the Cup, that we know will be December 18th when the Lakers travel to Salt Lake City. Danny, you ready to break down a little Luka?
I'm ready.
Yes, sir. Come on, you going to the wall undefeated, man?
It's always fun, man. You get a chance to get up, stretch my legs a little bit. Get to the green screen, show you how dynamic Luka is and how dangerous he is in this pick and roll. And Philly knows it. Jackson Hayes, he gets his defender up high, sets a high screen roll. They're in a blitz. Blitz people is when they trap you. Luka knows this, so he knows where his outlets are. Jackson Hayes does a great job of rolling to the basket, making the defense collapse. So Luka has that corner pass to Rui, a dart, and not many people can make that pass in this league or in any league. And that's really Luka, Doncic, LeBron James, maybe Jokic. Again, another high screen roll. Joel Embiid is a little bit late. He's a little far behind. A slow kind of trap. Jackson Hayes makes himself visible in the middle, which makes both defenders attract to him. Luka, again, he has Gabe Vincent and Rui. He can pick your poison. He says, I'm going to go Rui again, corner pocket, because he's so efficient in that corner, knocking it down. Finds again. Double high screen, pick and roll. Another time when you get a hard roll here, your big is presenting all these options. Deandre has done a great job rolling to the basket hard. You get an early tag, he gets back. A late tag with Paul George. Because Luka's made this pass so many times, Paul George is reluctant to help. He throws a late lob. DeAndre Ayton gets an easy deuce right there. Faking the defense out, playing the game. It's chess match. DeAndre Ayton again, high on the screen and roll. The kind of slow corral, and AR is kind of high on that wing there, so Luka doesn't have a lot of space to work with. But he sees how high Joel is. Sees VJ Edgecombe is too far out, throws a lob early. DeAndre Ayton gets an easy deuce. He's happy. He gets 7 for 7 for the field. When you have bigs that are rolling that hard to the basket, you get so many open looks from your teammates in the corners. And then DeAndre Ayton eats all night long off a big plate. Just whatever he wants. He's getting easy 7 for 7. That's a great night for him. He didn't have to do much but roll hard, set screens. But those little things allow your team to win games. And even if he didn't get the ball, he's opened up the floor for everybody else.
Feeling good up at the green screen, aren't you?
Yeah, man. It's fun. Man. It's fun up there.
We got some break analysis up there on that board.
Yeah, man. I'm getting some good reps in. I feel like
especially when you win, it's good reps. It's fun reps.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, James, so that third quarter, you guys both said, hey, we got to punch first. You want to see the Lakers come out with that attention to detail, being aggressive. They were down 7, but starting to play pretty well. Dominated that third when you look at those numbers right there. 34-24. Let's start with defense, though.
Yeah, they stopped fooling around. They had some situations where they allowed Philadelphia to stay in the game and get the lead, but they tightened up that defense. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Dan.
They got back to themselves. That first half, they went on the league leaders in field goal percentage. They didn't shoot it well. That's because they didn't get to the paint. And I think they were getting outscored in the points in the paint. They put more pressure on the paint, got more attacking, shooting 63 or whatever percentage in that third quarter, make them a plus and help them get a boost in that second half. So just getting to themselves and being themselves, attacking the paint and getting a higher percentage shots.
It's funny, Dan, when we were watching that game, especially in the beginning, and we were talking about that losing streak in Philadelphia, you mentioned a lot of those games getting away early from the Lakers. So when they started to kind of keep it close, you're like, this is the kind of game that they win.
For sure. I mean, if you can just keep, because the games that I remember when I played and then what I watched, they got away from us, like early. It was 15, 20 point. In the second half, it was pretty much guys just pulling the plug around the late third quarter, early fourth quarter. Once they were in this game, it kept it close, and that halftime was good. In that third quarter, I was like, all right, this is a game that they can win, because it's not like everybody's having a night. Usually when they lose, everybody's having one of those Austin Reaves nights where they just can't get the ball to drop. You know, he said they felt good, they just weren't falling. But luckily it was only him, and everybody else kind of was picking up the slack there, and then they ended up having LeBron James take him home down the stretch.
You know, big game. In our 14th season together, we've had a lot of different kinds of seasons, right? Danny's year, obviously, they were the best team from start to finish. The year they went to the Western Conference Finals a few years later, that was like a miracle run at the end. This has been really fun, and I know it's so early, 23 games in, you're 17-6, but because they're winning a lot of different ways.
Yeah, this is the first time in a long time where we feel like, okay, we can, progress. Last year, we had a good team, but I didn't think we could get too far without a center, and we didn't, and we went up against Minnesota. But this year, it feels like a winning team.
Yeah.
They feel like they like each other, they monitor each other, they make sure everybody's together. This is locker room stuff you do on the plane together, stuff you do on the bus. Those are the things that connect you. These guys like each other, they're always joking, and they go out and play for one another when they have to. That third quarter was an example of that, where they had to come together, get sticky on the D, and pull out a win.
Yeah, I think also the expectation was low for this group. I got to give a shout out to, obviously, LeBron being a leader, but front office and coaching staff, JJ's got them very disciplined, and he's found some good things and some guys that people didn't expect much of. Off season, everybody's signing people like, oh, we only got Deandre Ayton. He's playing very well. We only signed Marcus Smart. Who's Jake LaRavia? These guys are picking up and playing well, and it's not just because of them, but also the coaching staff and front office has done a good job of finding, good character guys that, like to get along, and guys that also have something to play for, like Marcus Smart and Deandre Ayton. These are key years for them.
Chip on the shoulder.
So knowing that they're going to come with a chip on the shoulder and want to start off fresh. So shout out to everybody all around to finding this group and making more out of it than people expected, and especially because they've won games with injuries. They've won in various ways because Luka was out some. LeBron was out for a month.
Last second shots. Yeah.
Last second shots, game winners. Who would have thought Austin Reaves would be an all-star this year and win you games with just him and Deandre and playing that two-man game? So they've built a lot of character, but it also started with, the guys coming in with a chip on their shoulder that they recruited this offseason. It
is such a bummer to do this show when you're a team that loses a lot of close games because you play the what-if game, and, well, look how they've been. They've been so close in a lot of these games. The Lakers have been great in close games. Chemistry matters and discipline matters, like you talked about, and it's showing.
Yeah. Connectivity, being together, believing in what you're doing, and having personnel that you trust to get the job done. We got a lot of people that can, Rui can do it, Austin Reaves can do it, LeBron. So we have a variety of ways we can, hit shots and beat you. That's got to feel comforting for a team that doesn't have to depend on, like, one player. I think Philadelphia depended on Maxey a lot, even though Joel's out there. He wasn't himself. Neither was Paul George. So we have versatility and many guys we can go to when we need.
It's just good. It's refreshing to see a peer of LeBron James be able to coach him. And people that doubted him, again, I'm going to give JJ a lot of credit here. You see in that timeout against Phoenix where he's like, calls the time, Bron, like, reel it in. Telling Luka, you had too many turnovers, bad shots. Those guys being themselves allowed to be coached by JJ, and him taking it serious and changing the atmosphere and the culture to making it more of a winning culture. Like I said, a lot of Lakers fans and people outside Lakers fans were second-guessing and doubting JJ. I think he's proven a lot of them wrong right now.
All right, guys, LeBron is back. We've already heard from him. Luka Doncic made his return, too. The big fella, once again, efficient. Deandre Ayton with Mike Trudell.
Deandre, JJ was just talking about your defensive effort tonight, and can you take us through with the game plan, what stood out?
I'm going to be real. I don't know what he's talking about.
You played well defensively.
Yeah, that's it. I don't even know. I was asking him, what do you mean? I don't know.
Did you feel like you played well defensively?
No. So you said I don't know. I don't know. I just do what I have to do. I thank him. But I didn't know what I did out there.
Okay. Let me ask you about LeBron in that fourth quarter. What did you see when he got in the rhythm?
Gene. Felt like a movie. Yeah. That's about it.
What kind of movie?
It's like a movie. What do you mean? You ever watch a movie and it was like, damn, I'm watching a movie? I feel like a movie. I was in the movie.
Was there a point in the game when you're like, oh, okay, this is going to be one of those nights for him? We're all going to be watching this movie.
Nah, it was just me watching the movie. It was just me, honestly. It was a GOAT moment. And, yeah, he had his moment, and the fans felt him, and, yeah, he just, you know what I'm saying? Just let that marinate, and the fans was loving it. He did his... Yeah, I was loving it, shit. I had stopped celebrating just to watch him, so I don't miss nothing. So yeah, it was a movie.
Do you get a Best Supporting Actor nomination for going 7 for 7 in the same movie?
Yes, sir. Nah, it don't matter. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. I mean, honestly, every shot you took tonight.
It don't matter.
Efficiency matters?
It don't matter.
Talking off camera about VJ, you guys were teammates on the for the Olympic qualifiers. What is your relationship like with him? How long have you known him for? How often do you keep in touch with him or communicate with him?
That's a lot you want to know. You don't want to know too much, man. That's too much information, man. I've been playing him for a year, and I've been on him for a few years now, and that's about it. You want to get all in deep about me knowing and talking to him every day, like
Not deep detail.
I mean, what are you gonna get from that? That's my guy. That's a younger guy who was watching me and Buddy Hield, you know. Eventually do it, and he's another behemoth doing his thing. You know, it's his turn. So, not his turn tonight, but it was his. It's his turn to show, that it's his turn that he, finally hit the limelight, and he's going to represent the Bombers the best way he can.
We're waiting to hear from Luka. He's on the clock. This show is off the air in 6 minutes. Lakers finished the road trip 2-1. Finally back home on Wednesday to host the Spurs in the quarterfinals of the NBA Cup. Game time's at 7. Pre-game coverage begins at 6 as the Lakers look to advance to Vegas for the Cup semis for the second time in 3 seasons. So that's going to be a fun one, James, down there at the arena. Don't know if Wemby's playing, but the Spurs, 15, good team, good young team, too.
Seems like whenever a team comes to Los Angeles and a star player is not
He's
playing,
gonna be just fine.
he's going to be playing. And what a sight it will be. Obviously, Wemby is an amazing talent, and San Antonio will present, a challenge for the Lakers at home Wednesday. So guard your yard.
Yeah.
Got to take care of home, Gator.
Got to.
Yeah, I mean, Wemby is unbelievable, but even without him, they've been playing really good basketball, and I've gotten a chance to watch them closely as of late. De'Aaron Fox is finding his rhythm. Dylan Harper's back. I know Stephen Castle's been out, too. They're trying to see if he comes back. But, Vassell is really on a heater. He's come out, shooting, probably averaging close to 30 his last 2 or 3 games. So, yeah, they have a lot of depth. Keldon Johnson off the bench.
Castle
Jeremy
was real good
Sohan.
last time.
They have a lot of guys that can fill it up. Champagny. So they have a lot of guys, a lot of depth. Harrison Barnes had a good game the other night, too. I think he had I think he had 30 or so. So they have a lot of guys that can fill it up or fill in the gaps when they have guys out. But if they are full health, this is going to be a tough matchup for any group, let alone the Lakers.
All right, guys, so LeBron and Luka tonight, look at what they combined for. How about that effort?
Solid 60.
60, 22 rebounds, and 17 assists. That's not a bad outing. Big game by your 2 stars. Bucket. By the way, James, they're the only big bucket ballers of the night and big games in Pac-12 right here.
Okay, there they are, for sure. The Reaves having not a subpar night is nice to have. Like I said, another star. You got 2 mega stars. Usually it's somebody off the bench or somebody like that, but these 2 guys produce and they love winning.
It's awesome.
And I think LeBron is finding another level of play in his last year here. Not his last year, but his 23rd year.
23rd year. He turned at 41. I don't know, what is it, December 30th?
Couple weeks, yeah.
Couple weeks?
Yeah. 3 weeks, maybe.
I love what JJ had to say. I mean, because someone asked him, but you also said it. But just, it's nice to know, even if you're LeBron James and you have done it all, that game, you still have that game in you where you win the game and you light up the crowd.
Anybody can always use a confidence booster.
Dunks.
You need that. There's a reason why we have our coaching staff, our teammates there to encourage us and empower us. Even if you're at the top of the top or the bottom, you need that. And that can make or break a lot of guys' careers, nights, or, seasons. So this one, I'm going to say, is a make or break night, but it definitely could help boost, the remainder of this year of 2025 for LeBron James.
And remember, he only played 6 games.
Yeah.
James, so it's like, there wasn't a huge,
No, I think it's smart what they're doing. I mean, look,
sample size.
If he's going to use this strategy, maybe not play in a lot of back-to-back games, keep him fresh like this, it'd be really worth it. And I think that's a strategy that they tried to use last year. Didn't work. I think this year it's imperative that they do something similar to that
Gotta keep fresh.
Well, I appreciate you too.
Appreciate you, man.
Danny, you're undefeated on set.
Let's keep it that way. I'll be back Wednesday.
Spurs. Who's going to Vegas? We'll let you know.